Okay, students, welcome back. In our last lesson, we learned about strings, and we learned that strings are any combination of letters, characters, numbers, spaces, anything that you can type from your keyboard can make up a string. And when we type strings into the shell, we put quotes, single quotes or double quotes around them, usually single quotes. Hello is a string, and if I type that in, it just evaluates that expression and spits it back out at me. Hello, my name is Ms. De Bruin. Okay, same thing. And even something like a zip code, 98225. Even though it's made up all of numbers, it's not seen as a number because it has single quotes around it. It's seen as a string, and so it's not something we would do math with in the same way as we would do a number. For example, if I type in 98225, that would be seen as a number, 9,000 or 98,225. So it's different than a string. Okay, in this next lesson, we're going, in assignment 2.1, we're going you're going to be writing your very first program. You're going to save it in a file, you're going to learn to run it, and you're going to turn it in. It's called the Hello World program. It's typically the first standard program that we do in any programming language when we're learning it. And in this, you're going to learn about two functions that we use a lot in Python, and they are the print function and the input function. The print function is the word print with a series, with a set of parentheses after it. Whenever you see a set of parentheses after a word like this, that usually means that that is a function. This is the print function. Inside the parentheses of the print function, we put a series of a set of single quotes, and inside that we type our message that we want to print. So again, let's just type hello world. And when I do that and hit enter here, it's going to print. Now that doesn't mean it sends it to your printer, it means it displays it on the screen. There you go, hello world. Now you see the difference here. Now that it's printed, it has left off, unlike earlier, it has left off the opening and closing set of single quotes, because it's just printing just the message that's inside the quotes onto the screen. So I can use print, and I can print anything. Numbers, letters, etc. And it will go ahead and print those to the screen. That is the print function, and we use it a lot in the programs we're going to write. There's another function called the input function. Okay, you can see it also turns purple when you type it on the screen. That means it's a function name or a keyword, and again it has a set of parentheses after it that makes it a function. Here when we type the input function, it doesn't require us to put anything inside the parentheses. We actually leave those parentheses empty, and we go ahead and hit enter. Now you notice when I hit enter, the prompt, which is those three greater than symbols right there, they no longer appear on the screen because now we're inside the input function, and the computer is waiting for me to type some input into the screen that it will then do something with. And so I'm just going to type again, hello there. And what it's done is the computer has taken my string, hello there, and it has used it as input that I could use in the program. So normally what we do when we use the input function is we actually create a variable to store whatever the person types using the input function. So example, I could say my name, that's a variable name. Notice there's no space in that variable name. We never put spaces in variable names. We can say my name is assigned the value, and then use the input function here so that the user can now input their name, and when they do so, it'll be saved in the variable called my name. Watch this. So again, it's pausing. The program's waiting for me to type something in. So I'm going to type in Ms. De Bruin, because that is my name. Hit enter. And now, doesn't look like anything happened. Well, the reason it didn't give any output to the screen is because whatever I typed in using the input function has been stored in my name. And so I'm going to go ahead and type my name and see what's in that variable. Aha! What I just typed, Ms. De Bruin, has now been stored in the variable called my name. Okay, and now I could even print I could print my name. Okay, now note when I put in my name right here, I don't put single quotes around it. That's because my name is not a literal string, it is a variable. We don't put quotes around variables. So if I go ahead and tell it to print my name, it's going to print Ms. DeBruin again because that's what's stored in that variable. Okay, so we've just overviewed two very important functions, the print function, okay, and the input function. The print function, we inside the parentheses we put single quotes and we put whatever string we want to print. The input function, we don't put anything in the parentheses. We simply use it to prompt the user to input something on the keyboard, and whatever they input will be evaluated or stored in a variable. All right, that's it for today.